guys. Ooh, we have a little special. What shall we call it? We'll just call it a birthday shout out for you.
That's right.
You know who it is?
I know who it is.
I know who it is, too. Our very own Jay Thomas. His birthday's today. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday! You didn't know you were ours, did you? Well, you are now. Happy birthday, Jay. Thanks so much for all your support and your friendship. You're a great guy. We hope you have a fantastic day. Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Mark.
And this is SmokeySteveAndMarc.
Why, yes, it is.
Welcome or welcome back.
Yeah, it's very nice to see you.
Happy Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. I always love Thursdays because Thursday's connected to Friday.
Exactly.
And you know what Friday's connected to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
the weekend.
Yes. But this is kind of like a Friday for me.
Yeah, well, you're off.
I'm off now.
For a week, right?
For like pretty much because I'm off Wednesdays, you know.
So you go back.
Pretty much a whole week.
When do you go back?
I told them I might go back Tuesday. Depends on when we get back. So I told them Tuesday's up in the air. So
Thursday of next week.
I'll go back.
Thursday of next week.
No, I get it in my head. I get and I'm like, oh man, I got so much to do. I'll probably go back Tuesday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, I have a lot of time off, and you just have one more day to go.
I have another day at home. We're going home tomorrow, and then I have Monday off.
Yeah, that's cool.
I took Monday off.
We're going away this weekend, so that'll be fun.
Yes, we're going to see the Nutcracker, which I've never seen.
Mm-hmm. All the way in Washington D.C. too.
Mm-hmm. I have some family down that area that we don't get down that way. I don't know if we have ever in years.
I've never been there.
So it'll be they're in the burbs, so we'll go out that way and see what's in the burbs.
Yeah.
And we got a hotel room because, crowded, like your own space, keep weird hours, we eat at weird times, so it's just as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
And it should be really close to where the concert's happening. So
it looks nice too. It's like right downtown in the little town there, and it looks nice. I'm anxious to get away. I think it'll be nice. I always get anxiety before things like this. Like even if it is family, I always get anxiety, before it. But then afterwards, it's always like, oh, that was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah. And that's kind of like what our topic is going to be tonight. We thought we would share a little bit about, mental health and the holidays.
Because if you have a mental health concern, it can be triggering.
Absolutely.
And if you don't, it can still create its own challenges. It's a high pressure time. For some folks, take it on as a very high pressure time for family obligations, to have the perfect Christmas.
Yeah.
And God bless anyone who gets in the way of the person trying to have the perfect Christmas.
I know.
You stand still too long, you get covered in tinsel.
Right?
You do.
Very, very true.
Very true.
But before we do that, we have
the giveaway.
We do.
Christmas mystery giveaway.
Oh yeah, so it is Christmas mystery giveaway time. So I think this was Mondays with Mark,
Mondays
right?
with Mark.
Yeah, this was on Mondays with Mark, and we did our Christmas gift product spotlight that night, and the prize was a gift bag of the product spotlight, which was the Callion Candle Company. So we have a few candles, a wick trimmer, and we even threw in one of our t-shirts.
A SmokeySteveAndMarc t-shirt.
Yeah, because it's a nice little gift pack there. It's really cool. So, what are we doing? The randomizer thingy?
We did randomizer.
Okay, you had to comment below the video to enter.
So I have Monday's URL, filtering duplicate users. There are 57 to choose from.
57 unique.
And now we're going to pick a winner.
And he hit go.
Denise H.
Denise H.
And well done in that mostly, but this Mondays with Mark makes you want to add on to the gifts.
Very cool.
Very cool. Don't go into debt.
Don't go
We have
into
a great
debt.
video
Yes.
and some free stuff if
Oh
you
yeah,
watch.
we do. Yeah.
So just get in touch with us via email, DM. We need an address to send it to.
Yeah.
We can't digitally send you some candles.
No.
So we need to have an address, not necessarily your home address, but any address you feel safe getting mail.
Yeah.
And then we'll get it out to you as soon as we can.
We will, and we'll try to reach you too. But definitely try to reach us too, because we're doing the 3-day thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll reach out. I'll post a comment on your old comment on Monday if we don't hear from you to try to get in touch.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, congratulations to you.
Denise.
And thank you, everybody, for entering. And definitely keep tuned all month long. Because we have the giveaway going all month long.
There's a lot of presents under these trees.
Still under the trees.
A lot of presents.
Oh, my gosh. Well, should we get to our topic at hand?
I want to get back under my blankie.
Right.
I got my COVID booster yesterday. My body feels like I did CrossFit.
Uh-huh.
Like in my current level of fitness did CrossFit, not someone who's in shape did CrossFit. Yeah. So we're here.
We thought this is normally story time with Steve on Thursdays, and I was so happy that I was able to come.
I called in backup because I'm at like half speed, so I called in resources and supports.
Yeah. But I'm glad because I did want to kind of chime in on this subject too, because we're going to be talking about mental health in the holidays, and the holidays can, like Stephen said, can be absolutely triggering for some people, and it can cause a lot of anxiety and depression. I know where I work, the new patients that come in, like new people that come in, it increases during the holidays. It does. So it's everywhere, you know, and a lot of people are affected by depression and anxiety and triggered by stress at the holidays. So I think this is a great topic.
It is.
We kind of broke it down, into little things to talk about, but I really wanted to say, one of the big things for me was always loss and grief, especially around the holidays. I don't know. It can be very, very, well, it can be very upsetting, right? You lose a loved one and the holidays come around and you tend to think of the times you had with them, and more specifically that they're not with you at that time. I have found that the way that I had dealt with that, I used to deal with it a lot, was that I kind of shifted my thoughts to celebrating the memory of that person and, the times that we had during the holidays, and it provided a lot of comfort. It did, and I'm a true believer that, a loved ones, even when they pass, they're still with us, sitting around the dinner table at Christmas, I can feel my mother and my grandmother there. I still miss them a lot, but it is a lot better now, to celebrate their memory instead of putting a lot of energy into their passing and their absence, and it has helped, and it takes a bit, you got to keep kind of doing it, but it does help. But I do think that loss is one of the big ones, for the holidays. I have some notes written down because I don't want to forget everything.
Which one am I breaking to?
That was, there we go. And this one point, your family doesn't have to be blood.
No, they can be friends. People have Friendsgivings as much as they have Thanksgivings. I'm starting to cry because your mother thing was so sweet. I'm sorry, everybody. My card's down.
Emotional.
My card is down today.
Yeah, it is. That's why this topic is so perfect. I mean, really,
I know. You start to talk about the loss of a loved one, and whose lip starts to quiver a little. Yeah. Assuming you loved them, of course. Loved ones.
Yeah.
What was I just going to talk about?
That family members don't have to be blood.
Family don't have to be blood. Yeah. Especially in the LGBTQ community, there's a lot of folks who have chosen family. It's a word that gets used a lot. It's just the people who are there for you and support you as family members would, or as you might imagine a supportive, loving family member would. And they fill in the spaces. Mark's not blood, but he's blood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with my rest of my family, he's where I go, he goes. He's invited. This is,
And that helped me out with dealing with loss and grief. It really did. Yeah. It's like I have...
you inherited
kind of a new family, right?
35 people. Yeah. We gained 1. You gained 30.
Very nice. But you made a really good point with friends, too. Friends can be as tight as blood, And so it's a good thing to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I think so, anyway.
It is.
One of the points on here, this really centers around, I guess there's no real answer to dealing with depression and anxiety or anything like that in the holidays, but there are things you can do. And the most important thing, I think, in my opinion, our opinion, I'll say it and see what you think, is self-care, is taking care of yourself.
Yes.
And the number one thing on the list here was get plenty of rest. And it seems so like drink a lot of water, get rest. But it's very true, and you can speak to that.
I'm telling you, on a recovery thing, like, it's these stupid little suggestions that you get on lists and handouts and stuff. Half of my sanity is that stuff.
Yeah.
That's lifestyle and all the other things to choices to make. The other stuff is the pills. That's about half.
Right.
But the other half is all that stupid stuff I kept throwing away for 6 years. They kept telling me to do.
Yeah.
Get plenty of rest. Real rest. Not staying up all night wrapping packages in bed. That doesn't count as sleep just because you're in bed.
And, you've been having some issues sleeping lately, and you're feeling it. So you know the importance of it. It's very true. I'm one-to-one. I just want to go, 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 go. Sleeping seems to be like a waste of time because, I could be doing stuff,
Yeah.
But you will burn out.
You'll burn out, and it can spill out so many different ways. Lash out at ourselves. I'm not doing enough. Looking at other people. You're not doing enough to help me. You become everybody's worst enemy around the holidays. When you just probably want to make it nice for everybody, and you can't understand why everyone's mad at you.
Yeah. Very true. And you hit a really good point. You can take it out on yourself, too.
Yeah. It has to be the perfect holiday.
Or the whole thing was a failure.
It was all a failure.
And then before long, you are a failure.
Yes.
And that's just it's just not reality.
It's a lot of unnecessary pressure.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. I like this one too. Another one of those basic ones, but keep warm. I can attest to this one myself too. I'm one for, even if I gotta go get the mail or something like that, I'll throw on a pair of sandals. I'll be in my my shorts or sleeping in and stuff, and run outside and get it and come back. Stay warm, please. Keep warm during the cold weather.
If you're privileged and have an automatic car starter, use it.
Nice.
Leave the heat on, warm it up. This is the first vehicle we've ever had that did that, and it's really helpful to me to know I'm not going to go sit in a cold car for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Something so little.
It's so little. Heated seats.
It's a perk for a car, so I'll buy it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really got me from
there to
there.
But, really, behind that is, your immune system takes a beating during cold weather, right? And, bundle up, keep warm, take care of yourself. You want to be healthy. You want to be happy. Keep your fluids up. Fluids in the wintertime. It's so important. It's and it's something I struggle with. I struggle with it. Oh my gosh.
So when you head to the restroom, take a peek down and see how you're doing with your fluids.
Yes.
You can Google what color it should be based on your level of hydration. Right? I don't need to say colors and you're this and that.
You know
what's good for you.
And basically, if your urine is dark, you're dehydrated. It's just one of those things. But that was a good point. I'm glad you brought that up because maybe people don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I learn lots of things all the time.
This point, I had to listen to this one. Don't go into debt over the holiday. It will cause so much more stress after the holidays. It will. And I got to reel myself in. Oh, I do, because this is a perfect gift. That's the perfect gift. This is great. Actually, I want that for myself. This is...
Yeah.
Just kind of, I gave some really good tips on Mondays with Mark about taking care of finances and free gifts.
Gifting from your home, gifting antiques.
Save some money there.
Like that. Yeah. Make stuff, use your creative outlets, all that kind of stuff.
It's good. But I again, I know it seems so kind of stupid almost to say that, but it's so true. It's so true, Like, I think that the holidays are so materialized now that we feel we have to live up to something like this, Well,
all of us, it's part of our culture, I think, particularly, not all of us, but enough of us that you hear the music all the time and you hear the sales all the time and shop, more, need. I'm my things. I'm my things.
I am my things.
I'm my things. It's just a way people, Some people love Christmas and they save all year to buy gifts, and they don't put themselves into debt, and they get plenty of sleep. This is for the rest of us who blow out every once in a while.
Yes, right? Yeah, I mean, try to remember the true spirit of the holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate this time. It's supposed to be hope and love and peace and serene snow and you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And
the stuff it was about when I was a kid, it's still about now. It's just
yes, it should bring back your childhood, definitely. Yeah. Oh, I agree with that. Yeah. What's this one here? Okay, this is a good one you can talk about. Be present in the moment. So what does that mean?
That means we're gonna have a really nice 4-hour drive. And we're going to enjoy the drive. It's not going to be 4 hours of chain smoking, staring out the window, and are we there yet? Yeah. Are we there yet? Turn left and drive 89.8 miles.
Yes.
And then make a left.
Yeah.
So we're going to have that part be an enjoyable part of the trip. And the show is.
That's
just
a really good example.
Try to be in whatever space we're in and enjoy our time.
And be there and be present. Yeah. Like if you're at a holiday gathering with family and friends, but your mind is elsewhere worrying about you didn't get the tree up yet, you don't have the presents yet, do I have enough money? You're not present, and then you're not making positive, fond memories to look back on, So I had to work on that one, being present, because I can be present and not be present, if you know what I mean. My mind is on 1,000 other things, and you got to kind of reel that in a little bit,
just a little. It's challenging. It sounds very easy and very new age. And be present in the moment. You're like, well, what the hell does that mean?
Yeah.
Just don't get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, don't get ahead of ourselves.
What am I doing right now?
We're here, and we're here for other people too. We're here for our loved ones, but we're here for ourselves too. So I don't know, but I was trying to think of how to expand on that one, because it seems, again, another simple one, but it's a big one.
I can't wait. Make a playlist for the drive. We'll get good snacks.
Yeah, make it an event.
It'll be, it's just a little, it seems like the most boring part of the whole thing, but if we put a little intention to it, it could be fun.
So, definitely. And the biggest one, and I will say for both Steven and me, it is okay to say no to plans.
Now, I know you're going to say, but you don't know my mother. You don't know my grandmother. You don't know my Nona. It's seriously.
Yeah.
Now, a Christmas guilt trip is hard to let go of, too.
It is.
Which is why we start at the beginning and say it's okay to cancel. If you need to, you don't even need a reason, but if you are tired, if you don't feel well, if you feel burnt out, if you feel like your presence is going to take away from everyone else's enjoyment, if you show up,
I had to learn this when I was diagnosed a few years back. I can wake up some days and not be able to, be
ambulate.
Exactly. Yeah, I can wake up sick, and it's very difficult to make plans, and it's very difficult to follow through with plans sometimes too, if I'm wake up and I can't really walk, or I'm not feeling well, and then the guilt comes if I have something planned to do that day with someone else or whatever it is. And I'll either push myself to do it, and then, like you said, I won't be present if I'm there, I won't be there. Am I going to bring it down, like bring everybody down? You're holding the entire room hostage when you're like that. Because people know, and it's just a matter of communication and saying, I don't feel well, I can't be there. It took a while for me to be able to do that,
Because what you're hit with is, but you only see them once a year. Boom!
It's Christmas.
This might be their last Christmas. Boom!
You have to push through this. It's just Christmas. It's, and unfortunately, it comes down to self-care. It does. Well, I should say, fortunately, it comes down to self-care, I'm
not great company when I sleep in a chair in your home the whole time. I know. I mean, thank you for thinking of me, though I'm having a rough time. Thank you for thinking of me and inviting me.
Yeah. Yes.
But no teasers. No maybe I'll come for coffee later. Right. Maybe dessert, because they'll start calling during dinner.
Yeah.
Just, or make arrangements like that for Thanksgiving. We went to my parents' place, and they had turkey, we had turkey, and we went up and we had a bunch of desserts.
Yeah.
And gabbed, and we just the visiting was the thing.
Yeah,
the hanging
yeah.
out together for the holiday was the thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't burnt turkey and who didn't do the rolls and whose dog threw up. It was, just very nice. It was our holiday that night. So.
Yeah. But it's definitely, it is okay, as long as there's communication. Now, of course, you can take that to another level too and use that as a crutch. And you can kind of get out of everything.
From like Halloween to Easter.
Right.
Like, oh.
Of course, we don't want the pendulum to swing that far that way, if you know what I mean. But
no, self-care and self-indulgence. We talked about the fine line of that, I think, a few videos ago.
Did.
And just be mindful of ourselves. Am I looking after myself and nourishing myself, or am I just dodging things I don't want to do and pulling a blanket over my head?
Yeah.
And usually we know in the back of our head whether or not we're full of it. Usually we do.
So. We do.
Well, I don't have anything else.
I have one last thing here, I think, that ties it all together here, and that is, don't let your battery run low. And that kind of ties it all together with self-care. You want to take care of yourself so you can be present for others and for yourself too, and to enjoy the holidays. And I guess, letting your battery run low, that's like getting run down. And then the more you get run down, you will hit the point where you burn out, and then you're and then you're not good for anybody or anything. And there's never a bad time for a kitty. No, he's been such a great support, especially
he's
for you.
Unofficially emotional support animal, but totally. I mean, I can be. He knows I'm in a mood before I do. He'll come up and sit.
Yeah.
And keeps me calm, and it makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself all day if he's here.
Yeah.
So we make the bed in the morning. Like it's been really a good tool to have.
Yeah, it is.
So if you guys have any tools that you use for yourself, little methods, little this, little that you get through the holidays, rough times, even if you don't celebrate them, the rest of us are. It's got to make you feel some sort of way.
Well, yeah, maybe.
With the red and the green and the trees and the So if you have anything you use to get yourself through, at this point it could be holidays, winter blahs, all piling on at the same time. Leave a comment below. With a helpful tip or trick that you have. Be a great
conversation starter. I'd love to hear some of your ideas too. Because I do think it's an important topic to talk about. A lot of people are affected by stress, anxiety, depression, all of those things, especially during the holidays, and it can be a little tricky kind of,
And don't worry, we'll do one of these post-holidays too, because that's its own animal.
That's its own
beast after the holidays.
But our wish for you is that you have a happy and joyous holiday, whatever holiday you celebrate this month. We really do. And remember, please take care of yourself.
Definitely. Well, thank you all for being with us. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get alerts when we have new videos and go live. You can follow us on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and contact info is listed below as well. Thank you again, and we will catch up with you soon.
I think we may catch up with you tomorrow.
Really?
I think so. I want to cook something for the holidays, so we'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for spending your time with us. Remember to always stay safe, stay well, but above all else, stay positive, okay? We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Ciao. Ooh, kitty.